I'm Tracy Bingaman. I'm a full-time working mom of 5 who got sick, burned out, quit my job, and now I teach women how to mom smarter, not harder. The pressures of modern motherhood are intense. You're a busy working mom juggling all the balls and living in fear of dropping the exact wrong one. Here you'll find the tools you've been searching for to confidently prioritize your life and optimize your ability to rock all the hats that you choose to wear. I'll show you how to break through your limiting beliefs so you'll have more time and more money than you know what to do with. Because even in the busiest seasons of life, you can grow to master your money, own your time, and be the mom with all the margin. This is Fulfilled as a Mom. Welcome back to Fulfilled as a Mom. Today we're talking about 4 things every working mom should be investing in. Not necessarily monetarily, but how are you investing your time and your energy? The first thing is herself. You are the only investment with a 100% return on investment. This is something that pouring into yourself, it's never a waste of time and energy or even money. The first thing is to be intentional about setting a routine, specifically mornings and evenings that make you feel cared for. I'm willing to bet that you probably spend more time bathing and grooming your kids than you do investing in yourself. So if you can set yourself up with a morning routine that makes you feel at peace and does some things that fill your cup up before you start pouring out into everyone else all day long, and an evening routine that helps you to feel calm and centered. Maybe you do some stretching or some meditation. Maybe you spend some time in prayer or journaling. You wash your face, you take your time getting your pajamas on, and you really feel centered and at peace. Intentionally investing in yourself before you go to sleep is so great. The second thing is her surroundings. Taking time to improve your surroundings can be really helpful. So clutter and craziness all around you is gonna make you feel distracted and like there's things all over, and your mind will feel scattered because there's toys all over the playroom, there's dishes in the sink, there's all these things. So whether it's decorating your home and giving it a little bit of a facelift, spending some time organizing the things around you so that everything has a home, that it will hopefully eventually end up in the home, that can help you to clear away some of that mental clutter and just feel better. When you walk into your home, when you walk into your office, when you get in your car, all of those places we spend a ton of time. So taking a little bit of time and energy to invest in improving those surroundings, whether that's cleaning them, organizing them, giving them a little facelift, can help you feel so much better day to day. The third thing is investing in her future. So when this comes to retirement savings, the question you want to ask yourself is, what do you want your future to look like? And then, how much money do you have saved in retirement? Do you even know the answer to that question? If you don't, pause this episode and go check your accounts. I know that is a weird thing to say in the midst of this episode all about investing in you and your future, but if you don't know where you're starting, then you don't know how to get to where you're going. And then, how much money do you want to have when you want to retire? And furthermore, when do you want to retire? Are you contributing regularly to those accounts? And do you know how it's invested? Those are all things that I think we're all sort of hoping just work themselves out. And when we get sick of working, that there will be enough money in those accounts to take care of us and our everyday needs. But that's not always the case. So you should be absolutely taking advantage of the match at work. Maybe you're doing a backdoor Roth IRA. You certainly should be working with a financial planner to make sure that you know where you're at, know where you're going, and know that you're investing enough to make sure that you're getting there. And no, it is not your spouse's responsibility. And no, it is not your financial planner's responsibility to know where you are financially. You have a stake in that game, and you need to know where you are financially. Even if you're not the nerdy finance person inside of your marriage, you need to know big picture numbers, where you are, where you're going, and how much you're investing on a regular basis. Busy working mom. I used to wear it like a badge of honor. Then I realized that I was drowning in to-dos and running around like a lunatic, all because this key piece was missing. I wasn't clear on what my deeply held values were. And when everything's important, nothing is important. Now that I've done the work and figured out what I value most, it makes life so much easier. Those core values serve as the compass for the direction of my life, and they inform my heck yes and my hell no responses to each and every opportunity. I've taken the process to curate core values and boiled it down into 3 simple steps. I've laid out the exact process to gain clarity so you can start applying your deeply held values to day-to-day life. To start living a purpose-driven life full of what you love and void of all that other shit, download your core value curator today. The link's waiting for you in the show notes. The 4th thing that you should be investing in is your relationships. Both your relationship with yourself and how you're treating yourself on an ongoing basis. Are you indulging in things that matter to you? Are you doing activities that fill you up and give you more energy? Are you defending your time and your peace and making sure that those things are protected in your life? And how about your relationships with others? First, I'm going to take the romantic relationship route because if you are married or in partnership with someone, that relationship needs fostering even when, and probably especially when, your kids are young and loud and distracting and demanding and they need all the things. If you just leave it to chance and hope that in 20 years you guys are going to be deeply, passionately in love, it's probably not going to work out that way. You need to be investing in that relationship. You both need to be getting what you need, and whether that's regular date nights or scheduled time alone after the kids are in bed, being intentional about investing in figuring out each other's love languages and spending quality time or sharing affirming words. Whatever it is that you need, you have to get clear on what you need because your spouse, bless their heart, is not a mind reader. And so unless you know what you need and you're clearly communicating it, that area of your life is going to come up short where you're not feeling like you're fulfilled in your romantic relationships. And next, but probably equally is as important, are non-romantic relationships. So friendships and your sisters and your mom and those people in your life that you have relationships with. Are you pouring into those relationships? Are you calling your sister? Are you voice texting those friends that really matter to you to say, hey, I'm thinking about you and I know you have XYZ going on at work today. And I just wanted you to know that I didn't have time for a phone call this morning, but you're on my mind. And I just want you to know that I'm there with you and I'm here if you need me. Voice texting for me has been a great way to have this sort of back and forth dialogue without the commitment that comes from a phone call. So I can do it while I am sitting at a stoplight or just after I drop my kids off at daycare. I tend to voice text the 3 to 5 people in my life who I'm either thinking of or really wanting to pour into and foster that relationship. And even if they don't respond, and I'll often say, like, I don't need you to, reply, but I just want you to know, like, you're on my mind. I'm thinking of you. I'm supporting you. I love you. And saying those things, honestly, I think it does as much for me as it does for the recipient of those voice messages. But it's really this way to just pour into the people in your life and make sure that you are investing in those relationships. I am going to book club tonight with some of my great mom friends. Every month we do actually read a book and then we get together and we do actually drink a fair amount of wine while we talk 90% about life and 10% about the book. But what I love about book club is we do it every single month. We've been doing it every month without fail for like 3 or 4 years. And it's just this steadfast thing in my life that I know that a Tuesday or a Thursday every month, I get together with these women who make me laugh and who share similarities, and we can complain together and celebrate together. And we have gone through lots and lots of babies that we have had in the last couple of years, and that we just get to do life alongside each other and read some cool books because I love reading. But mostly book clubs exist for 2 reasons: to keep winemakers in business and to talk and have fellowship with people that you love. And those nights are life-giving to me. They give me energy. They make me feel better. We stay up way past our bedtime, always on a school night, and we never regret it the next day because even though we're tired, because we're middle-aged moms, we feel filled up by those relationships. And so you should be investing in relationships that are giving you something in return, which also means that sometimes you have to look at your life and say, hey, these relationships are no longer serving me. This person is not filling me up. I'm giving. And you have to have that hard conversation with yourself. And you say, hey, is this something that I want to continue? Whether it's romantic or platonic, whether it's someone that you're, involved with in a romantic fashion or just a friend of yours, you say, hey, is this serving me? And not in a selfish way, but like, have I outgrown this relationship? Have I moved on to a point where I'm no longer part of a group of people that like talks about other people or does some of these things that just aren't who I am or who I want to be in the world and how I want to show up? And that's hard because as we grow and change and as seasons come and go, sometimes we realize that it's time to let those relationships go. So just a reminder to sort of think of that and reevaluate whether your relationships that you're pouring into are really investing back in you. And are they positive influences in your life? And are they things that are worthwhile for your time and your energy? And I think with this episode and in general, I want to encourage you to protect these 3 or 4 things in your life. So your time. How are you spending your time? Are you investing it in things that matter to you, that are yielding positive results, that aren't disappointing you? Your energy. Are you protecting your energy? Are you intentionally showing up in a really great way in the world where you feel energetic and fulfilled and you're happy with the vibe that you're bringing to your life? Your money. How are you spending your money? Do you feel good about it? Are you spending it in alignment with your values? Do you know where it's going, how much you have in savings and investments? And your peace. So protecting your peace is sometimes saying to things that society tells us are necessary or that everyone else are doing, and just say, hey, that's not for me. I'm over here protecting my peace. So I'm not going to let that thing or that person speak into my life and steal my peace. So being very intentional about what brings you peace, where you feel at peace, and really pouring into creating peace in your life with really healthy boundaries around it. So other people who aren't welcome in that space can't get in. Those are things that have been really powerful in my life. So I hope that you walk away from this episode saying, hey, I want to be intentional about where I'm investing my time, my energy, my money, and protecting my peace so that I can show up as the best version of me and that will help me to be fulfilled as a mom. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I will catch you next time. I'm doing a victory dance right now because you did it. You took the time to tune in, to reach for a better life, and to take care of you. Did our time together go by way too fast for anyone else? Head to fulfilledasmom.com for show notes and all the discount codes from today's show. You now have the tools and knowledge to change your life. Go blaze your trail, take that step, make the shift, and do the work to create fulfillment in your life today.